I'm closer to one. Madam Black, but they are black, they are my father. Baby, I'm person black, be a me old group, near me 99.79. Eh, black and qua. To me, I'm median. Ye try a wobba. Ye ba, and somewhere woho. And somewhere woho. And now some get to Akura. Oh, Miss Sisi, Anthony Joshua. Uncle will film. Miss Uncle solemn mood, with Anthony Joshua. And then the now for 4 or Anthony is so sustaining injuries. Yabeka who was him. I feel so. Kim Paluta, the same number of official PR for Kim Paluta. Official two a year portfolio. Mia may portfolio, huh? Mina may your official because any easy say an arrogant man like Kim Paluta or apologize you. It's apology naban. See the messy feeling and no, you also your bear my cano. If you neko, canwa or ya become your untouchables and wakaka. No, I drew her. And also, and go there, elbow no web. I got trap back. Hey, content creation. Any baby at the Yoko. You try a by a bar. Yet in Yakan Yabe to us. Showtym. This is a new one as a humia. Wakumari Jugum. Gum was it by 4 number. Mamma Ganadi Mountain Manoko, but between you never call. Na Showtym Jumedi near the bro, Mimin Debian near the bro. Now don't do this alone. You were external co-host for Motna Internet and so Moshe. What's an African continent and this is now with DSTV channel 280 and our face Otna African continent. Now you saw a Go TV so a channel 119 Ubenya Adom TV ever so share near Papa Mau or say Bredash our year official DJ for tonight and what here Jumana say is a woman who say I mean I'm your official PRO 4 Kim Paluta and to us what Papa Mammy. Na yam Papa so NC. It's yes, Munko Namungo Shay, a YouTube, and so a Adom TV, Munko, that's what then dear and Yasem Ketuakra and a ye dear grow. A men down for so there be a middle Mudiju, my co host for. I say ye need panelists and our panel analysts, and I say your friends are pandits, because these gentlemen are Motanahon or Mako beyond panditry. Or my household names on their own. Until any time, be a Mubetina House co-hoster. Mini Hokrana, will be a bit me at them, Minua, Kojo Niwa, a year, Zila, now say, catch you, be a bit me at them. Jumedi, Mimin de Biani at the broad stadium, because no more mass summer Sunday than it's natural spices. May used to be that. And I can tell you for a fact to say, a one natural spice, and I say spicier, spices are who you saw. What's ginger and niamana natural mo? Where the anya say bia? I have powdered that. I have Debbie. Who will pardon mommy be during the darling factor time? Now, me the coyer miss you. Me, I'm buying them sabe catch a prince. I do the so man box them faculty feed them fine biane. It's natural spice. It will be beer for stew, for goats, for beef, for chicken. Be beer we beer between their spicy woman a year dinner. Enya ni nyefio. I've so Franco Trading Enterprise, or share or madvets or a cost on one. Just a matter to money man to say who 40% discount. Yes, so I get to free. I have my top 4 so. And I say internet and 10 times see and so. Ye to free wa. Otoya be beyond better swamon. Now say me air condition. The ababu bomb fear. I just say air bomb is saying. I mean, just air condition so. Airborne on the the castle so and anti air. On more day chame 444. Any brain to my jet. Say me means the castle so tonight so air bassy ya. He say me electricity consumption cost ro. But on the chair me a Franco Trading Enterprise. Upe be beer for electrical appliances near the end at all for TV, CCTV camera, phones, be beer and its accessories. Ubenya be at all. I don't go 1, 2, 3 and attach ginger so. The natural herbs, any roots, a bitters, a wokoma. Sa 1, 2, 3, a member be brave, no man, someone kafa one, so wooden stamina, and conum, and answer so wunya or beer on the best shed near ma, and conum fan how, attach ginger, and see for a mardy, a company or the bro, a Adonco Company Limited. I'm the producers of Adonco bitters original, Adonco attach ginger, and Adonco 1, 2, 3, or more, Adonco dry gin, and so. Anna, crown baby crumbs out soft drinks, kakrebi she say, I don't go business there. Company the will be beer a one-stop shop. Who do help be beer benya? The air to no VC tell benya, the air to a man cross the school and so Ubenya be paper. Fe koja pharmacy. for all your health needs. Ejupia Shibia, looking for Kojak Pharmacy, Albania B. Now what to a Guinness smooth, and then me produce a castle Sally. Miss Row, and never more chilled one. Yes, is here a childer. I chilled, but I am a promising you. Sir, a year Guinness 1759, and I just say a buy, a more established, and no more established, and so first, but near to no drugstore. See, I no more heavy, and you almost say, be a Bruce rap, yet they say, oh, yeah, but just say, the year for Yara in Tino. I am not every tribika, dear. I am official permit because of beer for Yarinity. We should try this, by a member says rap, Debbie. Member says Ramda. To me, introduce me co host for on my far end, Kojo King, Ona, Miniha, or to them was a co host, and Mammy will have said. Kojo, that to say.
Oh, yo.
Eh, no, you wouldn't Ella be. Not one from any LA.
Oh, Ella, we didn't remember a Sunday.
Ella, you must saddle.
Oh,
no, dear, no more.
Okay, so, what's about the birthday?
Okay.
A Up and Shine Foundation, or more. It's a normally several people with disability and Kwan or IC school and a orphanage. Now, what the real umbrella when you are general. Oh, Quasabia, who say, or more energy beyond the best show, and so yeah, the Omo Cambo, Sick Life Foundation, or Mona, a celebrity or Sebo, a birthday in the 1st January.
A year or Sebody, a back say, do your couple dear Shan, young fan chedia, a yadia or every week biara. Yeah, being here because a beer or ye beer, the birthday as because I don't believe in say once a one who decided so papa. And also, I everywhere any mono. But only the every week be a widows, more show more, and more, and yes, come the best statue of more business near dear. Browse or Sebo, when you go on shawati, or my be a wee beer and coso. No one told me a man, sir, and child for say, be a bit to me and yes, can another coboas uncle. Amen. Madam Ketchy, let us say, they say the old cost slim way, dear, just say, Americana, someone slim. Debbie says, you do one, and I so do one, who boys in the grand. Why, what we say here, crowd, we said, Tom, let's not batches and major who come in Tiasi. What's I say? No, what's also cried over me when you are Pampa store. What has our idea to watch the sassins or join a Kuja, my shall crown up of crabby sassy. I'm honorable Kuman, take us. That was she was a catcher, not a channel away. Welcome, my darling.
Thank you, Miss.
Bibi Aboko, dear. And I feel more Brazil, Zeus is also there. Was here, Safra and bliss. The dinner, ya dear, minuntum. Until 7 when the Ghana card and the passport, and yes, I say, Odi from any a business so ever. Brazil, net to say,
Boko say it's a flower.
What do you solve a problem? What's your problem?
May you surprise you.
Debbie. I said, you could you kind. You go for my hard and some for Hanka. What day? Yes, I know, Sissy, and I'm going to pay.
We are the Indian exchange.
Sent to oh, my, right.
Bra, and a young conversation in way. This week, you answer some papa. It's not one you say a British Nigerian. Were you in the person of Anthony Joshua? Were you boxer? But the Nipo Bubu Nipa de mean feeling. Now, so I some not turn on the day. I some will bet me to be and this is something that was here kind of face no sports and the warrior, and it's a form of entertainment for somebody. Now, some people, it's never say. You draw attention to it. You who send it now for me, you know, do more buy. More in the personal friends and trainers. They are in the persons of Senna Gami. And I feel Latif Ayo Dele. Omudini, the old Kanoa and two boys, and that's all right. Also, free Nigeria. Who share a dinner to us now. There's also Nigerian and when and we decided so more next or my baby Joe Monica Craft. I say, or Boo Jake Paul, or Buakuano Pa, Kuano Bonoman, Joe Crowd dislocate, Yama later, or Koda Hospital. Now, they are also school of thought, says I want the Obonoa. I said by Batono, and yes, I'm going to God, or then go for Bebra, and Sabato, but we don't want to delve into that. We want to see it as an accident. SC, Ama, ye near Baku, our Nigerian, we are singing any no, no, Aka. And he said, video now ready. I mean, who said a show screen so that. Pacho, you share reports kakra about home, me Pacho. Huh? Okay. Anthony Joshua, yeah, you know. Oh my God. Wow. Eish. Emma Tinsi and she so was screaming the end as a mema bridge jam to head young Gamu. The no one got Aji cramming Kebby because at a point crying who say, Nenam for Bakuniti, Muhubi, as much as any tea. Oh my God,
Serious.
Look at that. And yet easy cry or accident now. You see, you know. Na wow. You see, a car when I'm so the Koshi mono. Hey! We the easy yo. Now also I join be so buyer. Just ask a baby na nkofo mi no net no na driver no ehu ye wo de kwhwe mu we was me nwu bi wa. And your side nam de be kwa akwaje. Oh. Enye easy cry. It is not easy at all. Ish. Wow. Na adia kakra e wo sa na accident no ho ababa betoja news bulletin na yeti e meeting first e wo Daily Mail I can say eye driver no adia Ogun State baby eye Anthony Joshua free no the governor papi e kasa say omo hu say foul play bi wo mu for driver no into no investigation community driver no ye ni free hospital no pe ana ye charge no na ye charge no kojina court no asema ye de charge no say yes one or see chasing death what he say by dangerous what driving one of offense the man no reckless and negligent driving and also another offense driving without a due a friend say due care and also say another one and driving without a valid driver's license South 4 county and I dear man but yes who plead say on guilty and that is signed in AC no any malice bia ewomu na on the 20th of July no January no and ye be sad na kwako gina court bi ama ya hweso ani ade na ade ba ko a school of thought I see ye and no somete ye say yes na Anthony tena ba bia ne namfofo ne tena ne ba ko we kire ho and what the brofo ka kire say oga o height until you are blocking my view I can't see the friend say side mirror on any ade until movie bra me kire ha yes o movie ya no anche biara an accident ni si enti yen ka se nipa fo na o mawu ni de en wo se o mu na nka nipa anke ye bete se ka yen te ni nka biem se wo free at yasefa asase no Anthony Joshua ukita championship mienu na me no obi obubo nipa saa no nya asem na ato na nka me nka na asem da wo bro yonko but sports enkrofo eni je ho nti huma man si ebeka Zio
Yes.
Anthony asem ensem a yekeka wo ho. What do you make of it?
I think one of the unfortunate things I see during this December transiting into January year woman. But Oshemwa and yet say you can't pinpoint whose fault it is. Because one school of thought in such as Anthony Khan also was at a very high speed. Moving from one location to another. But my simple question is for somebody like Anthony Joshua, why is he why is he riding alone?
Alone as in
like because with somebody like Anthony Joshua, we all see how people come into our countries. Sometimes there's a motorcade to move around any idea. So I'm asking myself, say, if I don't know move free, if I don't know more call, and speed no so no, where were they going? Where were they late to?
No more corny chrome. Ogun State one. I mean, say one no more kwakoju money kakra. Yes.
Okay, but it doesn't look well. And one other thing I realized from all the videos, they say, I say me see there was no ambulance to come to the scene, but it was rather a police vehicle and a PK Anthony who wasn't dead. Or who sustained injuries, but then severe. From
the report, near the beginning, then severe, but yet in the core hospital also, and severe injuries. For
ABR first aid and your ambulance at the scene, I never be what they would have resolved before getting to the hospital. It's sad because somebody who just won a fight. You know, in Sika, this boxers no gaining, especially when you win about.
And now for Ponitino, ready.
And I stand to be corrected, but me to say on also the training.
Yes, any close associates, no personal trainers. Yes.
Mentally, a bit to recover from all of this, especially bouncing back into the sports of boxing. No? At the end of the day, why now Oko believe in yourself, bit much training you to gain that. And whenever you go to the field to go and train, no, there are going to be memories of who you've worked with for a very long time. Any idea? But this is sad. But at the end of the day, he still has life. We are all hoping, say, treatment. I would love to see him fight again. On a way he fights now, I watched, and I mean, Charlie, not funny though, but it was worth it, especially with the bars around it, because YouTube and a professional boxer there. At the end of the day, you know, even Papa no baby, but it's sad. It's sad. It's very, very sad.
Brasa me, Monsieur Kataso, yes, sir. Brasa me.
Oh, sorry, Cecilia. Like, if everything should go on, maybe I above videos, nature, no. Charlie, he would have to go through therapy. I'm picturing, say, for the next 3-4 years, he's not going to be active in boxing. For the next 3 to 4 years, he's not going to be active in boxing.
Keshwe.
Yeah. It's very tragic. Especially the fact that it happened during festive season. Sabi Ubia,
30 December.
I think so. Or you have Nigerian and British and so. And Obafi, December there, Ubafia, when we were bushing, and it's not a night. Was I could croon enough for 4 million with the personal trainers and so at the account on audio mobile. I saw a video of them. Because according to what they were saying, this is not even their first time on mobile. Until they were just excited to be here. Now, it's so sad. Say, few minutes or days later, now we have to see their dead bodies on the streets like this. No, very tragic. But one thing I've noticed about, and not just even Nigeria, but Africa, they say a be accident to be a sisana, obia rashi. They don't even have knowledge about first aid near there. I know, say we want to help, but I say, if you want to obi kran nimfin ebiana when you're internal, be something is going on. When you're professional, now we train her, one shakra, now injury now, or what I done, now you're in West. Into no a better say at least. Se bibi sana like nipa na bopim mo ho na ya monto mo boka kra na mo ma nipa sebe ebi omo ye a little bit professional a betumi ama first aid because ebi wo ho no ma me hu obi asebe accident ni see and wanwu na emom esan ye ma no so na ye de na etu ha ntino na eno craft ka ho ma nipa wu and I don't know me ye sure say that track ye si kwan si every see ho nya ne ba ba say ye be ye fi ho enya ho nko aga na enya o kwa bi wo tracks akesie ni container sisi sui access say si kwan
so na chia
oh chia man force da ye loading is say den na akwa say esi kwan so eno so yen offloadi yen yimfi ho anajo wonam na reflector kra yen fa bi nsi akire ubehu ane se pan na obi akwa akopim na wahwere ne nkwa and the fact say somebody like Anthony Joshua na ne driver ni ne license
we couldn't check it
ben na any year juma went to me I told me yeah we take things so lightly. From what I heard, you know, for 3 years, no, the guy is part of, you know, Urban Nigeria, the logistics, or you're part of,
it, yeah.
Into your family say, oh, me no.
Yeah.
Into no, on one, but nipo artisano. Anytime be was a team, no, check here, nipo bed driving, or people that he's moving around.
No, can it also be say, or no as a person who say, when you flashy guys, so who follow the journey. And one thing that my mama pen asem say who say oh you so down to earth. Say be all bano on wo feel so bani krum to one take sa celebrity precautions no.
Mentally
maybe so awanya sa
any celebrity as but even as a normal human being, not to talk of a person as be ukita that kind of dibiano. Utmi and how many years I wouldn't nipa. what time for crowd you don't know who has infiltrated your team no crowd that time because Nigeria now drive or no they no drive because now there are lots of people saying that there's been foul play and we don't and it's funny how the driver came out I
said on part and they won't impact because no or the side had a share or baby and not boy no name a friend me where Mr. Me find the foul player where or can say oh we ain't sorry free her yeah it can be say be a night and high tamper but that's it.
But anyway, we are just happy say he's okay, even though it's still sad because nipa mienu so they have families to feed. Omo maame wo ho bronya day, omo antia we me sure say Christmas season be abe omo debut for the rest of their life because to lose two able men like this at a sport, Anthony Joshua and Ankasan, so after this, I think he's going to need like some psychological therapy be abe one because. Nipa, you were just playing tennis with them. Now it's not a car with you sat in the car a few minutes later, they are on the road like this. Just say it's sad. It's sad. Because this is tragic.
Kwajo.
Sorry.
Was he chasing death by dangerous driving, the charges, and reckless and negligence driving, driving without due care, not driving without a valid driver's license?
Oh, who? Me who story na kase nipa pa nipa.
Yes, she.
Kasi dai ni bibia and say oh and oshe mema pa abofefo mema mienu what their body color na
you go your body say na say o fe ni yi
ese me use ni yi pa
of course
ko nipa en say echina na ona oshe wonom ti se bibi aduane bi na se odi a no diniye na oh you see accident abai I am dey say omo try nye normal omo suspecting him foul play ni ade because it could be mere coincidence say bia enye Joshua wu etino the driver will whatever spirit e be kasa tell say just talk to him to move no abetra ho just for AJ to survive e betimi so I say bia say ne omo can say planting no and planting I don't know how the position of the car and then on also corner say car near said that you see her say do her now the bomb chari unto bet me the first say also koku obi ana unto bet me so me I want to tone down on suspicion say
it's an
accident na Africa yeah mo bo you see the system doesn't care about human beings yan dream ni pa ho baku see Ghana fire council light and I do drive a light in light
road
already ya kwan yin portal so ne ade na unsan hu kwam eti bibia ye chese ubewu easily o shesa amanone we benkasa accident in si wo ho but say car bia say si baby a Ghana ha yetimi hu Africa car betimi assess wo esi wo be 3 days no bia ma ho forgetting say dey we obi free a chire ba na we mistake to e bia or the abon because the council nyina ye the eyetum and baby you see other cars so e ba nti before sa kwanche say nyina enya bi obehu ah na we twa fa ho say hey say nyina bi see o kokuma say na call long journey bia utimi uyi uti anaka what you say enti no etimi say but amanone no omo boase omo enema bia betimi a prevent no omo beye good roads bibia lighting system ye adwuma say you make sure say bibia besi kwan ma betimi akoso accident bia no ne akle and this is a clear case car say si kwan ho say bia even say e ba say bia amanfo aye mistake o kwan no ho that outer lane ebi mutimi dodge fa o me save home na wa ba be si kwan so ti mistake ba pe na ye de aba ti ya say what na wa ma no ne a o ba ukurom December na onamfufo a o de o mo bae o mu nyina ye da be how are you going to survive in life like this memory no the guilt na e be wo trim na entimi free trim da ko si se o be wo free as say Oma ma. And create be on baby. Oh, you're kuro. Oh, young G. No matter what happens, Nebusia phone. Yes, although we almost say what but you know, subconsciously, you know, Castle sent one for man, Quasi Bianca. Yeah, or yard. And I saw a video, Biana. They say they always say AI, and I almost no say or more boxing.
I know you say AI.
Yes, AI, but to say the own will be a entire year the engine this, but a 2 ways. Either say or be retire, and I say, so pains now, or facing or be channel into energy. Now, or the ring no more. In the memory of Nena Fono, or the energy no ever box into a poor movie, then no day, a day. What dedicated we know to the memory of Nena Fono. So, but I wish and go to me as I back. So it's me back. It will be nice because I don't know be a natural say, and in your nomina, almost all you will feel proud, say. Still, our wedding when Jai, you all know, they will be happy. Their souls will be happy. Say, but it's an unfortunate situation. Be accident, yes, but sir, system track. No, make sure say, Bibi says to come on. Mummy, and you free. Now, I'm a accident. Eddie Bessie Krana, Bibina, Babesi one, okay, see what. Everyone be Eddie Aku Raga Tabimu and I say, Bianca, no, and yes, but look at this. A track. I be sending me a goom. It's a payment now. It's say, look at this, ABA cement and whatever that is in it. Oh, yeah, prevent your whole Africa. I am dreaming pound. You're dreaming pound, and your man, a bit cool Africa, and so is a baby. And so tired. When we walk a car crash. And so tough, fam, be a year for him. Be a queen.
Oh, it's rather unfortunate, pa. Says Nessie. He seems like a very humble guy.
Yeah.
And until maybe over to me and Nante without the motorcade, Nissan, Yaman.
But about Ghana, no?
Yes.
No, was Adian. About Ghana, no? Motorcade. Babio Kubiano.
See your face, say, the crew.
Yes, you are going village. So maybe village, a long journey, or so you're free. And you know, Africa, will do that freedom, no? Yeah, you want to be free.
And I'm not really reading.
One of the things that was yesterday, I dream back on the fact, say, when it gets to this festive season, we are in a rush to move from one place to the other.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it. Maybe I'm not or visitor. No,
speed in the
when it gets to the festive, the saddest thing I made me show video I realized is the fact that there wasn't an ambulance to come in.
No, but
location.
I think so when people were actually speculating, say there were no swift response, or be our eyewitness. So actually say within 5 minutes.
Of course.
No response, Naba. Because me sure say I'm to say Anthony Joshua.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, where would I say on the spot to another tune? So they
on the spot, but because a response nearby, response, and I think it was so sad. And for him to actually, I said, you know, I understand. Bema tintin kesiesa. Hey. And yeah, is same when Nico said to Obia. Onyankopon enhye busuafo no.
Na social media for no so gum.
Obia video because you care na yeketua bi. I'm a video nko na video.
Content.
And you say the driver na be kwa akogina call to be on the 20th of January. Na ya to ade na so ne hu say because Ogun State governor na de or say almost suspect foul play. Nti nya ade a but one person be putting it out there yet because speed and that guy name or see name like as will be out what
I don't know what to kind movie
was according to who said omunya surveillance a friend say footage is near deal.
Okay.
I was said the car impact and said they see any drone about social media and think of phone and also more intelligence no almost say like speed in the name. No, because for car no private me I say the journalist is speed name.
And it looks like a big either 4x4 now BB because
4x4. Yes. Yeah. 4x4. A serious pa. And say you fra we home no. Na na ba enije mu kakra. E wo Ghana ha because December in GH na omo da so a woman na anaji Samini or plus 233. Ti mi wie ye no ano. E fa honest ma kwa support mind kakra because oye minipa a enya asem keto akra na December in GH no ye ba eye rapaholic na rapaholic ne so much say esa kofa another tragedy ai eze no event na ye bebo ni nyina ensem wo ho ni nyina si December in GH but rapaholic ana ama another person say ye de ne sa say wayi skin na atade na ne hye no no si nsuo ne ba wayi enti mpese ye hye rapaholic how because me mpese ye be take spotlight na free so completely but I have so na obi susu ema police for to me nya bibi tia obi ye de ache no enti mpa cho ye nhwe eye shata ne eye sa akode ensusu so ni ai ko support ye na eye rapaholic e na akofa problem abe content creator enani din edi ebo lower na me pese ye share videos kakra bi ansa ne aba obegina rapaholic ne so no ebo lower ete wo ye content creator ye nim say eye ni di ode ba ha no ne ye friend ebo Jesus ana enche wo de call ebo eye Noah na oko Elmina oko ho no e na oko sraaye video ne nya noa Elmina video he took a visit to Elmina into odru ho no a friend say dear kono ana a man no sa idea no say e say no be boat and obesi ak enti e ho no ene ma onya ne din ebo Noah producer anya video yi nie afi so no enu achi no ana onya sa idea na pe ene o de sha ase enti ai video ni nie a ko Emina Castle ni nie aha no nie ene ye kire no ho gina obi a wo bo ni boat e de be ko epo ho ene ma onya sa idea we ya o de ye no e very short enti na wo hu ne sa no ave so no enu achi a na onya adwene se ene ye se wo ba be ebo Noah enti se no be ma prophecies about eye ensu a ye ba be yiri ebe fire wa ma date me ba cho producer boni prophecy na no nam kroma wo kase eno anu no pa cho no anu no eno anu no
ebe 25th December na akunu yesi baku 10 yesi baku 10 yesi baku 10 nyame enshira minu misio kakra wai nyame enshira 25th na me catch them say na this am a true boys I mean boys eba be kasa nyame enshira now see there you show there e go no wa yes sir that's it nyame say wa fa Yesu nyame enshira fa onya okese wo say aka no da be na enshira na baba no 25th December 25th nyankopon say all the issues say yes wa wo hwe the react say nyama ekọ a nyame say onfa enso ense wiase enshira minu misio kakra wai nyame enshira 25th na me catch them say na
enti woye ewe no ana echi osaba so oba be 3 days fasting na what the intercede amaye tie ne no okoda nwuram no wo faste okoda nwuram no wo faste okoda nwuram na faste na nkofo gidi ya so much say papa bi free Liberia ebe ye stranded e wedina but your papa no na etna ho free Liberia abe stranded wa ha
Elmina boat ase me stress papa we free Liberia abe Elmina so be fu ebono wa ark no ena wa be ka heyo amanfo osi ofi Liberia oba so oba be fu ebono wa ark no papa ena wa be ka heyo what time waboto asem na ye ne ya pa awo
enti no eye ark mako 10 no Adem eni pewura mu no na expand e be fa nipa 600 million people to wura mu no na expand na ade a na wo ka nyina ne se no 25th December wan fa ye bia anka ho na we na onya opportunity eko gina eye rapaholic na rapaholic yi ana ama abondowa eye Ghana cyber vetting unit eko che no asese no ogina no na hanie pa cho ye hwe Enti warrior ne content creation ni nyina no no onye very specific e wo yie no but okoja rapaholic a obe introduce eye rapper sa akode no wo ka say no 2025 eye 25th December se wo wa bompaye no no so abompaye na onyankopon ama enzuye na ama de a se ni ejina he rapaholic Anna, am I watching no? Because they said what the date. Aka na se producer so I heard them but open to me the police a report no on the omo de man omo say force communication ana omo de the action no because wakika nsemu ana enimu or you soon the TikTok the Facebook page ni all social media platform ni nyina e ko say sa de way force communication I lead to fear and panic. Now how obi ofi Liberia buy obey stranded di cry ade e kire say enti all this one nya no kasa nya na ye nka ho ejina police ni feel say ebia 2026 2027 2010 and e beba na so obegina rapaholic nti ye ka wagina ni so e wo rapaholic stage na nunti na ama ebono wa say ya che no a ye de na kwa akogina aban kukumu a enya asem ketewa kra no na ebono wa the charges I had the amanu nyina no ne ade no you see obetimi atua sika 36,000 possibly say if he's found guilty na anaso obekọ 5 years imprisonment anaso in prison 5 years in prison na ade a judge ne kan ne say yemfa ne nko government facility ne enko hwehwe na dwene kwajo
sorry
any partner ho a wote ne ho ase a
asem ho empenipa pen ho asem wow we go enyum bi o say enobowa ebonowa enobowa ebonowa ayebi o ba ni ame ho ne say o say yesi wo yankopɔ ye nsi na twetwe ena nyame de obompa ebusa ketwa no ama kese what must say obusa so ebonowa na say no pese oye popular no be famous eti otna say with a master plan and it worked
of course
perfectly it was say ye chiwa e be big so wakọ worldwide be ye chiwa ka ho a na be tim
because news bulletin no wa
exactly yeah
prophet ya mem
yeah the stamp siso wakọ abamu say security service ni enimu o record a police station ni won ti I kese fam na yo so 36 times they say yes can be but we are no we are be huge and we say e dey no dey be fam no no hwehwe no e dey no dey be and obi say content keke there be o say the real story nankasa ko bible mu a set time na Noah ye no na manfo ngindi o
of course
na ebi mu I was okoso ma ware amanfo no msa mo
no mo sere no kra
almost sere no ebi kura de to bola gumu ni ade na osan clean mu until say final day no ade ni see enti no bo no wade wo be de age say no kra na say nya no
oh we dear
what's the way there sa mo nyina no wata no sa mo wo ho say aka
o gidi kakra na
wo say enye say enye mi na bi dodo gidi your problem ne say your face say nyina ya adwen ye clear no sa na obi a e de ati o there be enye obi a na or think is first level second level third level obi a first level now you okay because was the belief no wo nyame niam mu no or gidi say Sane Noah, yet your baby Noah see.
Liberian man, son, I know.
Exactly. Maybe no. Or Ginger Mickey, or your who when you pantino, or say and say, aha, men train. Then Koyami know a time now in Sweden fat and Crofono. I don't see Yenano in era now South Africa and I said Ghana. No. You're slow to some of these things. You see, era you share, you're more from what school. Look at how phones so near the day. By now, things about social media, we need to add it to our curriculum. Now, my phones because
no, but it's part of it though.
Yes,
computer, they
it should be, especially the social media and social media and content creation. Because you here, you say, okay, you can create content, but content now you create, and say it takes and crofo, and I say a how crofo, and I did a man for a agro. And what he did, it went far. I got on my face, your face at TikTok name, social media platforms, a young one. Your face a young one, but TikTok, we say will be a video back pen about 20 at a time. It is about 20 why not show whoever or about 20 my and also the whole world. It's a DBA, a question. And why you say now, me sure say we are my correct. Ebe mo obi a ono so air far drink kese o ze Ghana de obi bie key back wa na am my inspiration yet one me inspiration say obi ba koye eyi David and Goliath boy say no obi so share David and Goliath
na am the beauty of it in the core
what I say na ono so odi aye de aba itini but overall na me wo say bi mo so ka say o ade ne apeke na ade ne apeke Ghana for your pesado do the eye bia no police for any secret service, almost guiding. And almost guide this and you will protect other people so almost interest. Any idea, they say, be no maka say, oh, I had yet yamra. Yeah, but send you said a correct because I'm telling you, say, I'm on for GD. Ghana, Tiana, yeah, me one face say, India for country. People believe it. So, seriously, India movies near there, I don't know. Niama, yama, I mean, no shapa, I must eat more for more country. What did the 100%? Oh, yeah, the shame. I
really heavy. I
don't mess up. Well, ain't you know, my and funny say, because we are enlightened, we can read into between the lines, so or yeah, the content. And you Biana, when you say a free be crack content creation, it's in your who be annoyed on but 36K need it. Oh, fella. What do you say? Or no, so be was so in this car, because I don't know, say not the real of food to Adeno. What do you say now? We invest to Adeno.
No, invest in him.
Really?
Yeah, wood now who you saw me no koa.
That's how up and down.
No, there be the up and down, baby.
That's a Bibia Fala.
Bibia Fala.
20 chips.
Don't be sad, they say police report, don't be sad, so admit it, say, only boat to be our baby. Now, boat is here.
It's ordered that.
It's here dinner out. Nadia Dada. And I just say, I found a son. Is you?
Yeah. Ebonoa, content creator of the year. From costume of the year, the gimmicks, the reactions, and baby or call year, Charlie. I think that the Ghana Film authorities or someone call they need to have a sit-down conversation with him because if you become a 2025, an individual who has been creative,
yep.
Then this is why. Because we're conversing before. We're conversing hungry Christians who don't read the Bible.
Now say one convince you be a Liberian independent convincing. You will be a free fear.
But you had people talk about it on social media.
Now talk about talkability, I get that. But as to say now happen, when to me I convince you be.
Yes, and even to the fact that Uko Bible it stated clearly say God is not far. They mean far in you
because of the rainbow.
At the end of the day, so why Ebiana or no saying or yeah appeal to people because it was a conversation, bro. Showtym be offer a bono, especially with the December events.
No, but people actually thought say it was like he was funny, not because they believed him.
Some believed him.
Some did.
Some of course.
A lot did.
Some
really?
Did.
Of course.
Bro, funny.
No, that's not you.
And you'll be on
social media. But who are you catching?
Sir.
Yeah, so Papa Ikura Liberia, me say, what to call the Japan? I did that.
Yeah, so me, who be talking about a content creator and as a creator of the year 2025, Medebemano. And I think that's the kind of idea to know. Anybody or call rapperholic. Homonia contribution from Kobuano.
No, but he doesn't look like he's vocal.
No. Oh, it's kind of falam.
And he's been creating content for a while now.
Yeah.
I think I discovered some parts. To me, he started as a comedian. My name said
yes, he was a comedian. Yeah.
He started as a comedian. Yes, yes kids be and funny, but we are born man and one. And I must say, you see. Some of the charges I did to so the fact that he's caused fear and panic and all that. Can I put a request out there? Say, share 2025.
You mean the fake prophets
and all that now? Can we apply the same law to them? Especially when it has to do with people we know, when it has to do with public figures, when it has to be head of states in Sanyamano. Is that law applicable to them as well? And now say, just because he is seen as a content creator, no, so they are making an example from him. Because we've had that conversation about prophecies and all that. Even 31st translating into first. When the year goes to an end, now omo year emphatic about prophecies, would they see the same law apply to them? And I said, this is a different case, and I just need education on that one. And no, I don't know.
A very good question. Now, your special guest, I know by Jebu, Enya Ababa Bidu, Yenya Nimono, Victoria Heavenly. Now, you say, you so entrepreneur. The wire in the past, you dance fever, or mentors, or cotonium. In fact, and then Banama, Kamamane, the voice, kakra, na Wakaya time or bar mentor. I feel so say we're a human processing technician and no nah last week yeah so when you may be as anyone Vicky welcome.
Thank you.
That is say
you
look tired.
I am tired.
Who call him?
Meetings here and there. So my time in so I had to meet some few people.
Okay. Ebonoa.
And one more can say or a content creator.
Okay.
Because make the whole thing look so real. And when it comes to the things of God, you have to be very, very careful. Because you're putting people's emotions into play as well. And senka utimi fa another way cry. The card, and I think the impact wouldn't have been so negative to say the Akwakusiama police for me arresting. It's quite sad. Say, maybe who know rapperholic, not for them, I confused. And I kept saying, probably this guy is sick in the head. That was.
You agree with the judge?
Yes, I just know that was exactly how I concluded. Say, he's sick in the head, because how say was say kanyami asem na afedie wakwako pie baby fofra e woni pani so na yebeka say ono nye nyame akwan. But then also, like my brother rightfully said, nyame bisa it was say security should have a critical look into such matters. Say, makwa microphone just sorry, meka say, because at the end of the day, wouldn't for life air to danger. A typical example, Papaya with free Liberia Bay, and looking at the manner, I felt so bad. I felt so sorry for him. A quiet way to imagine something had happened to him on the way. We're losing a life, and I say, "Bibi Bonnie Biaton." It sounds say we could try and throw binti. So I believe, sir.
Now, my parents so feel Liberia, but we don't know Papa. No, like me.
No, Sally. You be so. There is this man in South Africa, and I don't know. Say to me, Ghana. Or no, the Oka said Jesus on my date. And then it did not happen on the first day. And no somebody no Becca said it will happen, I think, the following day. She ain't see, but this is how much people take the things of God seriously. But and also almost study their Bible. Because if you study the word of God, what Cheryl said in the end times, there will be false prophet, there will be people on but it be Musa that person, right, to the extreme. And you know, maybe the Americans say, you need now.
Ghana is right, say arrested.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And like he rightfully said, so for now, when it gets to 31st is when they
Hey,
come.
we are servant of God now.
Oh, no. No, let's face reality. In some time back, but it's become a joke where 31st is when they put out prophecy. Is our prophecies good? Yes. Is prophetic a good? Yes. But then how it is being presented these days, no.
31st.
Creating a lot of chaos in the lives of people. Into me, I feel say it's media, Ebonoa, and he's been arrested. We should extend it further, whereby men of God who are not doing the right things should be arrested for the things that they do.
No, but Sally, a typical example. This World Cup, Martin prophecy is very three. Bakose Ghana beko finals. Bakose Spain beko final. Bakose Ghana yemboshe. So one God communicating through these people with different messages. At the end of the day, who are we believing? So, there are some doors who be in Sembebre, especially religion. When you start talking about religion, people start seeing a certain way. But we need to, Charlie, yema indi one lay mukaka.
Social media, a good church is bebre. Social media.
Now good church is bebre.
A good bebre.
Some way.
And one see I training. Now they will suffer bimo.
Who camera no
into bloggers, to bloggers.
It's true.
I saw they are more than musicians.
Yes.
And it's not about be a nyamiasim, be a powerful message. Shenanigans, you know, shenanigans. Near my list, you know, prophecies in the well calculated. Because football is big. Definitely, so and it's like. God made him more man. No one almost can't.
You see, that is my
no issue. Research into. Okay, I want to see in football, but some into politics. Omo be winning there. The near man, you better watch them. We see them.
Na nyankopo all time for football now.
No, but Sally, say nyankopo
all time of
football kakra.
Nyankopo all time all do football.
Or he will communicate only one message. Say,
this is
Ghana would get to this.
Yes.
And that would be communicated through all of the other prophets. Because it's only one God. And yes,
different prophecies.
And then they break in nipa. Sa you ko win.
Yeah.
Investors
God is very much interested in nations.
Yes.
And how the nation runs. When you read Bible and now study Bible characters, the likes of Elijah, Elisha, Mona. The moment they come out and say, thou sayest the Lord, they don't go back on their words. Oh, ain't you know, I didn't know quite to say agro. I better say agro, the people are not really taking the gospel really serious because of some of these prophets. But prophets, Nankasan, when you meet them, or more character no, is totally different from some of these the blogger rascals now, where you want these days now. When a prophet speaks, when you meet the real prophet, they don't want to have anything to do with social media because they are constantly with the Lord, fasting, praying, even for the nation. Because nyame obeka semuchewa. It means an interest war. Until he wants to do something instead of, he wants to be gracious and blessing to the nation instead of being a doom God. But these days, no, the doom is becoming more, and that is not who God is.
Sister, Ebonoa, and God, and prophet.
Now, Papa no me pacho oban oni na nabia wo fia na wankra.
What is the one for the busia bia ma so
no go abeje ne kra nkwa. Nti wankra wo fie because
you have a point.
He must be a selfish individual.
Na nabi ba ka kire ne say.
If you have some no.
Wonu go apesika no be di onu kwankra nkwa. Anna, we are Babatuni.
That's the first act, no come to. I don't know why I buy it.
The problem is, when it comes to religion, Africa, how we are found is so personal. It is I will say, be a whole be especially about religion. Now, you'll be surprised the number of people that actually believed this guy. And Ebia who say Ebia is a content creator. I make train, I make a share video. And I'm who say previously now, or yes, ask it.
Yeah, comedian.
And son, I mean who say Ebia because the level of seriousness.
Right. He portray. What did I also say? What we do? Or
said that's nasty.
Yeah.
Planning, script, and went on original arc and also not ultra picture now.
It looks real.
Or channel case, Matt Arcania case. No, start second to one to I say he's actually doing something. Yeah. And if I tell you the level, like the number of platforms outside this country, like international platforms, any influencers me who are brofo, me who saw more cancer as we are. You'll be shocked. And Niama, the no crown, so actually, a man for baby believe and say there was this also a little boy, small baby, also made the same prophecy. Saying I made it within that time, name on also video called viral. Say, and I am some of France de most of the time, Osha, Akolani Senti on Chantro. Into about they see a bono idea so. Into a lot of people actually started believing, say, hey, Bia. Dear guy, no air can air no cray. But I almost say one thing is that if you are creating content, that there should be like it should be to some extent. Ebia edu baby no cry and ebia like uchaswa. But the intentions me sure say yanchi guy ya and still.
Oh yes.
Me sure say ebia now the story will change. Say ebia yankopon say 25th in Amba. Ebia my intercede into Amba. Ebia beba. Next year, January or next year, February. And a lot of people actually, I want to say, Sanya Mebra, your friend is saying, Kojo Kano. No, Adana Yenti and Intia Philip. No, Adana Yenti and Intia. A lot of people felt guilty. Hey, na ebi anapa paste, I know what they you can ya Yenti, na ebi anan you can ya no cre, and I go to Estre, Eden fell to say the 34 year, and I bed. So a lot of people bought into this particular issue. So, will be some way be bra will fear. You'll be surprised how much they believe this guy. And now when it comes to social media, they be say whether new media, your traditional media, I did be better media and as well. The extent of believing is very high. Because a lot of conversations were going on around, they were discussing him on radios and stuff. My brain will be out TV. Or no, tell me be who AI, we crampa or GD. Say, oh, say. Me mama.
And you can't do your friend say.
Me mama abnan kedia.
Hey, abna yes.
Obo say ni pani mo adane jata. Obo baby sam say adie no kren.
Oh.
Yeah, one
of course about more time.
No sane ma ebi ni honom. Enti no so obeti say ye keka san say oni adaje okwa hwehwe social media the person's background then we say asem no oka no eye no kra na say enye no kre. Automatically ombeji edi. One sha obi wo kra bro bi tifia or ti hot 25th nyina bro nya kra went to me and because the pressure nyina nim say bia nyankopon de ensure e ba be say wiase. So me I totally agree to sabe ebono wa ye yemfa ne say ye ma me agrada low budget. Just or no yeah mama agree because the oye ni agrada
he didn't fraud it.
I make say nti onu no low budget because agrada no the oji is caniad but we crown we no the people were reaching out to him for advertisement.
Yes.
But content ni bi won so ekunipa. Until there should be a level to it. Until I think say next time no say ya resting in next time the people will know say ebia me create content na get it to some extent. We should be with high blood pressure until me den. Be twa me near maso.
But come to think of it akoy why dey pa.
So what about talkability?
I didn't share no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I famous o.
About creative.
Yeah. I don't say what phone.
Why ya?
And the team you know just the Bible money panso. Say what phone na. What's the Bible money pan?
Na the Bible money pan no ma phone.
Oh, so no, say na
Bible do be any Oboloni Bible. Bible. Fasting.
Enti ebonoa, eye false communication, and causing fear and panic. And into action one. You say you reminded for 2 weeks 15 January. Obesa be gina Adenta District Court. No, ebim. Na ya ready ebesi. Na say eba say if I need say we seen in why say adia. You say a friend say 300 friend say penalty units.
Okay.
3,000 penalty units. No now calculate here. Eba Ghana sikan maybe 36k and I say 360 million. Mebo all cities and I'm 36,000 Ghana new cities. Enumu na said you know see kasa nkofo kwa contribute to car bi na nya no kra ne ade and means so better. Na me kra me nim say rapaholic because Sarko actually what I say tweet about it so office no create content to the same way na Sami Bar so says something about say no feel so create content until where them say landlord dey say sika dey obekwa kotua ma ebonowa port bia e ma ebonowa into no very good but me I like it because e be shaping eniama e say ye e wo ha say e wo wi ase nya nti ebo so nyankopɔ dom wo de a na wako pa Elmina for achew papa na odi ni boat ni ma wa wako dwa no wako pa na achew wate so we the CV Ghanaians dey there now no ye ba ye next topic so na answer na topic ni meba so no me wo me nkofo bi o motena US aje so mo hwɛ me na roko ne ye kese nipa 8 to mo ba me chance na me ntimi mbubo mu din eye onasia so no J Lee Waya one, Mama, thank you so much for watching me. Adjuanya ako konto. Also, Shemena Dr. Louise Hagan. Also, Doris Hagan. Also, Shemena Tessa Ahinkra. Also, so Shemi. Anna Eva Adumama for Ajemai. Also, Shemi. Pana Dr. Esther Asantowa. Also, so Shemi. Anna Barbara Nyameche. Also, so Shemi. Anna Eva in cancer. No, Munina were under the umbrella of my one and only auntie. I friend Unasia Sono AJ Lee. Mama, thank you so much for watching me. Mo show me all the way in the United States. Yeah, Madam Victoria, if you ho eba, ti oba we dey link up and say hi. Na ye kono. Na ye koso so say show bebre December. O say we rapaholic akofa nsensema benti ye ko Afro Future so. Na Afro Future no so na 2 days. 29th and na ye 28th and 29th. Na Rema one a year 29 for the no climax ya de ni nyina na yen hwe ne performance kakra e wa Afro Future so a ne enchi no was so grander then go for any je ho pa ozema cha Rema Nigerian Afrobeat star chese me kan ade abo yi ye wo ewiase a ebejo nsa ofele awareness na balando okra de what you say no wasa akogina ho na Mbappe mu ne ade agina na akra ketwa yi akra wadi 21 years so say 22 years university kro onwie ye ogina ho na yes no he was in school and now he's still in school onwie ye na ogina ho na wo bonnwom emma mu owie no akochia nkofo onye di paketwa na obegina Ghana ha no Afro Future you feel say Afro Nation call no in fact, we take you over and pass so. We share if we want ticket sales in here, DSC come go for air work one. Now your baby come for Nancy. Hey, did you want to say Afro Future? So that's how. Cause I can make na bimwo friend said 3FM all white party no. Na me go be that. Na person me share how he was performing. So me for them hey, and ask them kitwa. Now we no perform we ya go for man fan say man fan na me and my brother, my superstar friend. E penasem pa ye kecho Joshua owo group keche mu chese ye ka the half of keche the group keche Ghanaian group keche almost so no ye candy po almost we too quite pa with the music omudu African continent na they are not easy at all. We a friend say and go for me you got swagger for the form say
how to be
rough and smooth.
Yeah.
The most traveled a friend say group e wo Ghana ha e ye keche oni ni nua Joshua ene Andrew wono susu hu ye no say hype ni too much muntie no
I see some comments for some bloggers, my pages. Hey, this one there. Hey, international. Hey, Ashak international. Hey, Raymond international. Hey, Ashak. What Ashak? Hey, Raymond. Kelebu. If Ketchup would do song, Kelebu, Zamangama. And come over here. Going so tweet, which can also song be that? Kamanzama, what Raymond them can do? Look at what Black Sheriff did. Look at what Cook Smoke on the chopper on the museum no buy. Look at what Stoneboy did. Look at Seacraft. Stoneboy. Look at what Stoneboy did. Look at what Medical did. Wally. Look at performance. Look at what Sako did. Cook Smoke on the museum. Gamanzama na Gungulu. Ghana. See reception. I think fancy be commenting. Hey, Ghanaian artists, if you learn from this, if you learn see craft, see. Let me see. Say fancy be the here, body and coupon. Say when you go Nigeria, if you go Nigeria, make it one Ghanaian artist show me in arrival from Nigeria. Say they get some convoys, some dispatch. That be you. Because the way they hold them on be say Ghana artists say Messi Ghana some Ghana some fans say me when they Papi could you lifestyle say Jimmy what the young couple Kamanzama Kelebu catch away to do Kelebu and come on you insult us which kind of song so Zaman boy international artists make we learn from them. Look at what Stoneboy Black Sheriff could smoke them sack on the America them did from the international Jimmy. I dey watch Afro Future.
Wait here. Part no the feeling Jimmy. This is something that will come out of my mouth easily. Let me say my brother so watoro to sa. I was our level no. But this is a big conversation because there has been times Yakasa feel said Nigeria for no to me I be fire crew you after too much as a movie be hype the more than said they see hype be Ketchery. Yeah, Miss Sally.
Ketcher, I know where he's coming from. The fact you know, after the show, a lot of people were praising the guy's performance and stuff like that. Yes, me Ankasa personally, I'm one of the people that advocates Bano Ebia Ghana, your shows near DNA and Kaya people, no, Ebesumi a headline, now, you know, we to become the talkability of the town. And let's not forget, and no interest, when our people or when our musicians also do stuff, we don't praise them. Being first, ye kame, ye kaye. Me buy 2 weeks now me da so me tickets. Ye kaye.
Go unko baby a grand sada.
So ye kama. Into no, I was me exhibit how I feel. And we talked about it. We could smoke it last week. You cry about now.
I mean, I saw woman penalty
But other than that, we talked about all these people. But I'm also interested. Say Ebia Craft be bahanum no ba be yadia. We can't also praise these people because almost Rema is also somebody, a very young guy who shared the level of success we're achieving. This guy alone, single-handedly, to make what feel you know, Ariness Wabonte there. And see, when he came, so buy me chrome Ghana for. Or buy a vegina stage, soon and your energy or the buy and obey no slow motion be our and can also bloggers Becca. But we saw the level of like, you know, energy, then how passionate he was about. He's always like that everywhere. Me abandon a performance on Quadia. When it comes to Rema, I always praise him, say he's good at what he does. And for the fact say be our Bahanum, Waba Ghana, na be our Babe show, no, I be na bloggers ne can. And no, to me personally, I don't feel say a TBB free young Ghanaians, your craft, no, so and I said, yeah, as Ghanaians, no. Now, me feel say me brag kasasa, na kamia quiet to say be a young kasano, yeah, de na ye hundi. Yeah, wahana yakan. Me Stoneboy Craft ya kind makababy me nambia social media everywhere I go because why ya there no perform energy won bibia bloggers in now so fire everyone was talking about it. So why do we have an issue with the fact say bia It seems like Zamangama now I don't understand. But a lot of songs are ABR, sometimes it was a hit song. But I know so no obi can won said that so what you say? Utie are going to green near the day. Utie chira shed and who near womb. Nyan se bien nimusa. So what you say? But share a new abuse and a young Kunsujina high years among guy. It's young I am funny that. Young for Zamangama, and yes, Zamangama.
Now, I take your offense, Kakra.
Oh, say,
a year I'm going to be then I can say Yancy anymore.
Oh, this is all going to be just so.
May I say,
green, no, they be a green answer.
Green again.
Fruit.
Oh, I don't know, sir.
Oh, my cousin, Mr. Green again.
Where they are going to green?
Green. Like creativity.
I don't mean to disrespect. I love Keche. Keche Mo and some of the greatest head, and they are one of the duo. Bessie no munte and to me a banners. Kachamo, I respect them, but let's face the fact. There are times I nyumbi wo hono ma yenyi na ya bobo boy carry mo. Sabi wo shede ti.
I say one corner say.
Day over today.
But one corner near going to be I'll prefer one corner they say
over broke too.
Some of these songs I want a blow kese. Ketchamu me ketchamu be for my
Liberia
and blow pa. Into most of the time and come and na sabe it has to make sense. Into so ka say bia so mo na be ye we ya enke be ye omo a ene sa dia nkom be ya going to be ne be ye omo because enka eno so na sheda nkoyi so what but it was a hit song. Into me sure omo I understand, say, Ebia, he's irritated with the fact, say, Ebia, we are talking about Ebia, a Nigerian artist. Meanwhile, we could have talked, but let's not take away the fact that we also cherished our own. We also talked about, you know, your performance, our more performing, you know. Into it shouldn't. Yes, I know to say, Ebia, yeah, bizarre. So,
sorry. Yeah, Joshua, how do you so much? You do, yeah. So, but not doing that near my, but you see. Say bloggers need be a compare. I think some no more mistaken. Because the first thing I told you doesn't mean say you mate and I colleagues. We could be in the same business, but your goals, your dreams, and your pet. Oh, right from the beginning, you know, artists when was start say, this is where I'm heading towards. Ebi I want so be a on the namno emfa eti on single baby because I will be open now over. And also in Nigeria for ya, obi say be na boy. Could be a be 10, 7, 8 years ago, and you man now those times. Any now you man oye. At a point, which means the sound no evolve because of baby or person oko. You have so the Ghana no. O kwa na fans no mkura mu, mkura sisim. Untimi nko. O try be different be hey. Enyom no nya de, enye de. It is all more bangers no. It will creativity no ya twesi hanom. Nti de bia no, you are looking for 5 years. The old boy na a fire no. And it's all my these two camps in the crowd no. My brainstorm boy say and ye dey no dey call you. E do baby na all sign a contract near that no. Some of the fans, no, they weren't cool with the songs now. I don't think I'm the streams now confirm because the fan base, you know, they can't associate to the new song. Udi Echena, the illusion of fanatism. You get stuck. Most of the musicians are stuck because fans, you know, they are not ready to let you go. But when you know, at a point they realize, okay, this is the vision. It's the young sound, and Afrofuture. Although it's hosted in Ghana, no, and your Ghanaian event, they are trying to connect the African Americans, other people in the diaspora. No, some normally have a taste of their culture. And in Africa, nah, we happen to say Ghana for women, you choose to say any. It's who artists cry over the kind of songs are we, and what you do, I say Ghana for him crowd to me to a ticket. Your regular Ghanaian fan base, no, don't was send it to me to a ticket here. The echo. It's one more body in a varied audience. I will free all the African.
They are very youthful.
Exactly. And these are the people they listen to. they do their survey and they know the kind of artists.
The actors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also the way tickets online. They own who no Dabi. But they be an why then aboma. And you know, don't compare because level no different. But to be the target ni baby or person or the effort. Eti Oshe we muna stage into see they focus more on their instrumentation. Now no these people over stage no so instrumentation yeah most of the job now or the melodies now the account but compares here there and in the past 3 years I think say Ghanaians now coast stage so they are not able to give us the expectation Ocean Nigeria in back not the Ghanaian no back last 3 years or so I was there and
can promise Anna
it was very bad.
I was there
Ocean Fireboy DML a set. Na you na can promise on DJ quite and disconnect. It couldn't be money. Says Afro Future, your boy other shows were Ghana. So a platform like Afro Future definitely is canon be also. But I don't know Niema, you said no. Now yet be a say any lower your home, say intimate fight it and just say raise standard. I don't know because the last 3 years, Burna Boy almost bear 2 hours. Now he's setting the stage in Kwang.
Yeah.
2 hours. Now show no on hold. But Oria, the same stage, and it is hosted in Ghana. But our people will come and into one crime to say you was wow brand because you may not able to give a good account of yourselves. But people will not hear because the audience is a regular audience. So say you can't say your artist ni boomfu. Showa enuma wo ye ne we mu so de na ayedo omo ye no sale targeting your pen there are so many differences but all the way already so to zama and no some more songs are Ghanaians we vibe to that and also in that lane put too many other saying in those kind of vibes but this guy say nya grow no mu dey say Yashada near mom hype keke. If it's not Ghana, they are everywhere.
Yeah.
These people are conquering the world. Into the first say, Oba Ghana kakra, you know the Opa Ghana kakra crown for your fans. These people are looking to the world and near Ghana. It's Joshua Yabutre and Joshua Yabutre.
And yeah, on that note, you know, Jimmy wala in the hello, brother Joshua. Hey, where do you look green?
Sister green.
Busy, bruh. Nah, voice yeah. I want AI.
Sister Pacha, me
panelist go say, "Sa you mono, I say emfa ko mono." What's about to be I'm going to green medas. Now I'm going to green as yes and Pacho.
Okay, sister, before answer, and maybe you want to know, Michelle, and yeah, put your when you say, I'm a brother, someone I love my job. And who, sister, you're all right, and that's why it's a copy. Sorry,
hello, bra. Me bacho sister position wo gina kakra. Asa ye nti na ni break is
oh, sorry, bacho to me ka.
I'm going to green.
And you green. Okay, sister. The ambassador mentioned say okay, Ubisa, I'm going to win chess here, right?
That's all right.
Okay. I'm going to be the whole sound. It's around approach. Remember, do a while, one number.
Okay.
It's not financial bounce or the sana. And I was going to be a get married. I would approach the writing, but just get the look. But we need to use some without put funny in it. That's why. But
hello, brother.
Hello.
Brother, me ba to show who ye na mpese. Ene me do bon komo parent mba to gina yi.
Yes,
But what you mean tell you?
Say who kasa say amete, but who explain ya mente.
Okay, but you see what
They say the air pa.
Okay, we thank God. Okay. Now, mention is
No.
Me ba cho my enfro back biem. My enfro back biem. My enfro back biem. Producer me show from the back biem. Me say wa. All right. Answer me be friend Bram Pacho Vicky.
Well, Joshua, yeah, close pal. But then, at the back when they say, instead of criticizing as an artist, look at the Nipane yeah, who feel say a man for air and learn from it. And when
Anna, let me also say, Vicky is not speaking out, say, or a novice. She's also an artist.
Yeah.
Also,
when my sister and brother, music is a world, and the world knows that you were countries. And you know, when you're musically inclined, it makes sense. So, and we share Nigerian artists now. They are no joke. I don't know much about.
But hold on, we're back on the line. Hello, bro.
Yes, sister, what you mean?
I said you want to know your pa. Pacho Kasa. Yes, I'm going to green your bear man and no money.
Yes, algorithm is based on approach.
Okay.
I said, Bema would be approach or buy you. So, we see the whole sound now. The algorithm, the queen waiting to come in for the sound to look exciting, and you know, the funny part of us also needs to be in there. Good. That's why you hear the algorithm to be queen. But the whole sound is based on approach. So, that's the algorithm to green sound.
Okay. Eti bra, December, a lot of shows are kosopa. Na Ghana, yes. I feel say already on the entertainment front, and then your bloggers near the Oma promoting Ghanaian-based events here now. We can watch them. But the idea party to me trigger wa. And more Philly say, as a near Rema more hype for Dodo.
Okay, thank you so much, sister. Yes, I've been doing the 2 hours. You know, a lot of people sided with me, say, the angle I'm coming from, and even so try to say, oh, envy. We envy the Venezuelan Nigerian artists nowadays. How can I envy Rema or Burna Boy or Asake? I can't even do that. But this is where I'm coming from. I mean, a lot of posts. Bloggers, I don't really remember. Who said, once you so we need to learn from this. The national, learn from them. The national, grab the presence that in it. I mean, what?
Thank you.
And this is for a long time. All the time you're making them look like the Ghanaian art, because that's sign up. Then ask what you have done out, and it's not up the world. But let's have to get that to close that door when I get and by the group of what they are feeding it. It is something is happening in Tanzania and it's happening in South Africa. Once they are feeding our Black Rasta.
Brad Joshua.
You don't know.
Brad Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wa, who can say ever earpiece moana? What the
earpiece? So I don't.
Okay.
No, any earpiece. So I don't even know why it's not coming well. But any earpiece.
I bet yeah. See, I would make us say I bet yeah pa. But I say who kasa where coin it you know ne breaky.
Okay. So all I'm saying is that. All I'm saying is that Nigeria they had an agenda to push a sound, one goal to make sure say Afrobeat, they own it and they take it to the world. And when you have financial support, so this is who they are now. The same thing is happening for South Africans. They push one goal from a piano. Amapiano has been there for 32 good years now. They push it one goal. And they make sure say, the dominance, the sound from their side.
Okay.
Black Rasta, Ekasafa, Mississippi, no one say, or Zimbabwe, or talk of Zimbabwe, to push the sound. Black Rasta, we love, but let me tell you, you won't have the support. But now we are focusing on a sound on this other. And see all the time, what kind of other people, media, draft, artists of fun. Transact to done it. They make it now. In the state, our
hello.
Yes.
Bra, esa kwa echire biem ti sa bra wanim.
Okay. Okay, sister. So yes. So all I'm saying is all these countries around us, they had an agenda. They push
their own.
Yes, they push their own to make their own sound very powerful than everybody. We here. Brad Kojo can testify. Yawana, yes, he said, Nigeria, Jagajaga, and any 50 cents for Nigeria because of they wanted to give 50 cents some kind of attention there and talent there. All I'm saying,
hello, o final words. O final words. Let's say back strong, but o jinaye. O final words, no. Let's say back strong. And they say what you are telling Ghanaians in a nutshell, they say.
Okay, all I'm saying is
say any envy. Name of dear no Ghana for.
Never. It can never be envy. All I'm saying is we should push an agenda. What Stonewall did, what Kweku Smoke did, what Black Sherif did, it's international enough. So don't make them and us feel say, oh, now wherever yet the young still feel what they have the West highlight every up, but we are losing back. About sound and sound well when we come on stage. We are let the other side do what the supposed did. It's no problem. That is the work of the Caroline.
Okay, Matthias here.
Basic purpose and yes, understand that that's not it, but not.
Matthias here. Eti bra, beba chow.
Yes.
I promise Ghana for. It say Matthias here said the opposite can say the same energy no. Nigeria for the more artists and I say we see them as the best, Yes, you might the same energy. You might artists in the same energy. But
thank you very much.
The Ben Alba studio ha. Mumienu.
Mumienu. So when you say phone call, you insult us.
Oh, Debbie. Debbie, Kache, Moya me untouchable. It's me, Masada.
Thank you.
As I make her say that bay, she me boss at the Ben and Boba.
Sister,
what is the new song will be? A Basabo Baha.
Yes,
near the success.
When you want us to come, we can't say no to you. When you want us to come, we are ready.
But January, dear Moba. Manenda, what you say, January,
100%, we are ready to come.
But that's a power for speaking to us. Yeah, that's a power.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey, Mama, what did you bonnet? Hey, sister, you on the floor. What's your sabana walk? Okay, say, no, opposite, like, yes, you push here, but it didn't come out like.
And I come back, I say, Senka, the communication, sometimes how you communicate is very key. The orchestra is here, no kaya. I believe, sir, everybody will understand where he's coming from. Let me be sir, Brako just said, Ghana, how many record labels do we have?
We don't.
We don't have, right? And even if we have, brothers say, when with the Nigerian artists, no, who say music, American music industry now, focus no and then they have the record labels that are holding the guys. And they go to the extreme, making sure say they will make it globally. It's almost sell marketing, no, and yet just based in Nigeria, but it's cutting across globally. It's now say what the record labels no air projected woman and no more project more to a pinnacle the world has now accepted them. We are share any to me, I believe says Sena mi brand kano. And yes, sir, Ghanaians don't love their own. But how you are projected to them, no. Wow, if they're able to project you globally now, the world will accept you. And on a sana, it's easy for the artist to make it. We share Rema, we share Aseke. These guys here,
Whiskey.
When they come to America, no more Boshua, baby, my tickets get sold out, and it's all the work of the record labels. And you know, me, I feel say one more will be one more team music. Center should start investing into the artists. It be very good, but then where is the money to push them? Well, to say they most of the things they do it by themselves, not really a help coming from a record label. And record label has streamlines and where grooming even an artist, packaging, and also you're very, very important when it comes to being an artist and being showcased to the world. With packaging in the world will not accept you. And let's not forget, sister, we are in the Gen Z world. Wow, era no. You know, what are you presenting to them? There are certain songs that these Gen Zs will not listen. I take my kids, for example. Mommy, what kind of songs are you listening to? And so, me not going to go but selling all going to them is like you're not making any sense. But just what I say, you know, I think like I said, look at what they are doing and learn from them. And then also project yourself to the world. And I believe, we will go far.
Zio, yet here, Joshua, just also the no person or interpret here because I say Black Rasta said something about the facts called Zimbabwe, so-called projecting a sound, but they told him, said they will help, but they can't take him to the level on Pese or Mokano. Keche, Joshua.
Okay, so first and foremost, Keche Nyano wrong totally. That video was not necessary. And I'm saying this because the group is one of the groups they have
sustained themselves for a very long time.
And even last year, I'm allowed to say last year, Ghana Music Awards, I was vouching for them to win the group of the year. But this one, dear, bro, Brapeni, you got it wrong. First and foremost, let's look at the event, Afrofuture. So now, Brapeni Kayano, it's not necessarily for Ghanaians. Because their tickets are $1,000, 16,000 CDs, $300 necessarily, man. Me, if I don't get complimentary,
Ghana, you better create cement.
That is what I'm saying. So even they also look at the market, and in Kofwa Ebaho, you can't tell me say Kofone Kohonum no 90% are like native. They are from the diaspora. That is their target. And look at Rema. Rema will just announce a song. The song will become a hit. Sniper Timber hits, grandson at the song. So there's already talkability about this particular person. One trick via Rema, which got boys like myself, any young chums talking, is the fact that Oshe, one of Ghanaian brand, Free the Youth in Papua, at the post stage. That alone will get people like me, will get people in the university.
Sir Jordan, collaboration with the Ghanaians.
With Free the Youth. We'll get people who are into sneakers, talk about it. So if you are post normal posting, it might not even be about the performance. It might be in Pabuana Shen na original stage.
Because a lot of people actually tweeted about that.
You get it? So the Nigerians, these are the tactics they are using. And yes,
to penetrate. They are business-minded. To penetrate.
Business-minded.
They push on you.
There was a video.
Exactly.
Because he's wearing a Ghanaian brand. Backstage, they presented the shoe to him. They spoke about it. Why not G and O'Shea? And just all about no name Pablo Besho. But that is the psyche.
Because they want to penetrate.
Yeah, intentional.
Do you get it? And look at the set he's standing on.
Yep.
Share the performance. Look at the images at the back. Who wants to talk about this? And I'll say this, and I'll say it emphatically. Nobody does this better than Stonebwoy.
Of course.
Because at the end of the day, on the stage and also on the concert, you leave not just with the performance, but you get something from it. And this is, I keep saying, Onyane wrong because there are little technicalities. He's under a record label. Some bloggers are being paid.
Yes.
They don't play. Oh, that's a blogger. And
even Afro Future will give media passes. Definitely, don't post it.
It's a full
Not
package.
saying, me 2026. This is my agenda. Any artist who is not in Ghana, who come and fight any Ghanaian artist, more Ghanaian artists nature.
Of course.
Yeah, we can do our local banter near there. But this one there you got it wrong.
Yep.
When dear. Because and even talking about this as a man song, it's an Awusa language which translates into this time.
Yes.
So the fact that you don't understand it, it sounds like tones to you, but he's speaking something. And the hesitation, and there was no show that wasn't talked about on any platform, except the platform didn't have an entertainment show.
Exactly. So
if there's anything, we should start learning. And there's nothing wrong, say, we did 22. We did 35. But level no one no. You can learn. No, I'm just saying, some people, some people.
Sometimes there's age,
And then, Sally, sometimes, you can partner. Networking is very important. In KBA, Josh, Kachemo Betimi, or Yeshono, Namusuma, even the crown, invest by buying even the ticket and going there. Just by going there, and you have access,
they will not even buy.
Yeah, you are even known. Networking also plays a major role when it comes in terms of marketing stuff like that. No, Sadia, dear, we are artists now. When you're networking, then you're not going anywhere.
But you see these people.
No, they don't play. So what can Nigeria that you understand why they are the way they are. What you say? So it gets you thinking. You have to think to make it in Nigeria. It's a no joke ground side.
That's in New York.
Exactly. And one thing they said, Kecha, when you ask him about what Alle Green to Green, I didn't know more use Alle Green to Green, which in the music, in song, a hook, right? The Alle Green to Green is a fruit. So if you want to choose something, if I want to choose this red cup, I should be able to explain why. Because, excuse me, explanation now or mameno, it doesn't sit well. Or the Mayan, it doesn't say the Alle Green to Green being a fruit. And the explanation you gave as to whether a man is supposed to pick
up line.
Or say Alle Green to Green was just a hooker, a bema yasri. But say what here nyumnuma, a bema want to me approach him ba.
Yeah, but it has a meaning. The ufa word be. There were original meaning. And so they now you either say borrow, and they have a different meaning. And just sad there because say or say unge I know for or the sa na say. We the Alle Green to Green. And the Alle Green to Green a fruit. And the one never say
because Alle Green to Green, the skin of it looks rough. But the inside is so sweet. So that you could have given, in America says, musically, when you are writing music, it's in a bra, Kojo, entry. When you listen to his songs, one can say, lyrically, everything is synchronized. Until when you are picking certain things, and I say props, we know what the year music are, you have to be careful. And then we say, we're explanation is
There's one other thing. I think Kiddy, or Touch It Still. It's one of the most exported songs from Ghana.
Of course,
there.
Till date, they play.
I keep telling people that people who create are crazy. Board that man can't touch it. Everybody is singing to it. So let's allow the artists
the creativity to
and
flow.
create.
Right.
Rather than in Zambia, the new generation, they don't play good songs inside the man. That is
It's
all
their era, man.
nonsense.
It's the era. It's the Gen Z era.
That's all nonsense.
It's the Gen Z.
A movie. Now, so it's not hard. Now, whatever beats are not the who could be at so and one.
It's the Gen Z era. You just
Let's
take
allow people to create. Let's be creative. And I keep saying that we need more record labels here in Ghana.
We do.
See, our links entertainment. See, I come in name.
I said you'll be able to
really need all of these things.
the cases and the queen.
Yeah. because of ungratefulness.
Of course, ungratefulness.
No, but see.
I am real.
No, it's true.
It's real.
It's true because the way they artists now. No, it's true.
Right now, Bibi Koswa, I have inside information. ABI into Minkawaha.
Yeah.
But it happens. But then again, the creative arts is one of the industries and this guy is here about Ghana.
Of course.
This December, if after this January, you're going to be releasing how much
budgets and the revenue
will be marveled. So I think it's high time. And this one I'm begging. I know big artists have also started this conversation. Government and find a Jim Kaka.
Government.
I don't think it's the government.
Individuals, no, so almost.
And then part of me,
broke.
No,
honorable friend is a Marco Crumante. Politics local share Muna says,
let's just use this medium. More invested into the creatives. Ungrateful to them. Yeah, Pacho. Small coins now.
And of course, they are pain.
Of course.
Send a fit to you. 3 years. Almost sad. Some blasters here at the 4 normal year. And of Seko, almost sad. Almost no more car quantity.
Exactly.
Now, Ghana, you better a war stage. So,
Martinez is also my co-host back. On Nantia, on to me, Nantia, because of their mouth. Was sending a message, was say you guys should talk to those in charge of the system to fix things right for our artists. Not to be doing comparison. Just say, Mama, compare.
Nobody comparison. They ain't mean
yeah, Mama, compare.
Right? Comparison is good.
What are you doing?
W, what the best part? Baba compare me, and I'm used to. You know your position. That the Roman compare or will label only be a house.
Yes.
So rationalize, say, okay. On your way because me simple. And they will be compared money how. The only thing to pay level. And you compare there, you will be paying. But these are guys, I mean, Philly.
I think, this is what I will say about it. And I keep saying, maybe I artist, and I can say, oh, Mama got you on yet. Muti more danger. Artist, I'm not in a room.
Miam.
More danger.
More fire.
Because Ubema artists, all the necessary hype, all the necessary backing, all the necessary whatever that you need to give. But Abia, I think so, and I say, out of random, and say, I'm supporting my career right from this point to this point. And Abia, this year, they say, every single time, Biara Noa. Mebo show no, me ti Abia 2,000 or 5,000 ya tonche say by end of the year no. But they appreciate it, be a DJs. And a pandita, they had an opportunity to sit and talk about me. And one person I'm a respected Dr. Louisa. Stone boy mommy she. Now so mommy share the little things you talk about the husband. What's in a one want to drive our friend? No the package up because him so one bofra, you are the drinks, and then your man bofra biscuit and no amount. Artists need more do because sometimes I can just imagine Andy Dusty. Shandy Dusty nyum pass it was here supporting artists that bought omonyo. Now so artists to be said. Oba be the papa boy say a few people pen be the Andy Kasa. Obebo the guy your ball a friend say, oh God boy, my God,
New funny.
The other one, big
Gasmela.
Was he at a point? The TV say, Gasmela taste or announce Obi or something or announce say what radio sono. na boy na brand envelope say oh to be to TV ni nyina
yeah but
now so kakra obetimi anya edi amani muti more dey dodo so we should come has so the reason a lot of people have supported some of the artists because ebia Davido ebetimi to iPhone sama all the bloggers to fit some wood da wa obefa sa GH hyper ye be Davido wo biara
ahwe nanzo yi
yes
Ghanaian musician will not invite
and I saw the matter of that crowd boy no too black on this uncle for ni nyina nyum but it took Davido to give him $5,000 Ghana like officer yet na ha na ye boy ya me untouchable pato ranking sat and said say you know what this season or to cake about all the radio stations. Well, how much is cake?
Into a tower drink free.
How much is cake? It's much more di dodo. Tell them some much more di into no. That from Subema Moniama and keten. Nobody sits here say yeah can be afamu. Say be amobema bibi. But it's nice. Onyankopon no boy won image mo no. O pese o be show appreciation. E dey tin na ko be ka che say every day ye mompa ye ma no. Yes some no it's for us to appreciate them. Ghanaian artists, Ghanaian celebrities, it's more they don't do. It's here, Mamma compare who to Rema. But if you are Rema, and go for about the Sika, yet to chirp, won't you be Muti more ding? Mamma, you know, so nyado ye. It is Dr. Louise. Muti more they do. I can't be quite also artists in the offer, call back us all. Ebia because friend mama ga what had mama ga because so me ton but send the partner send the what would you think say because mama no on this invitation from Nikunu ho ansa no watch obi ade industry watch nkofo be brade but the mama o no they don't even say it you get it munye modern no munje modern se mon ko am pesa mon fa mo family nko ani no that is the way be the floodgate amamo because onyankopon o si omamu
it
was shira chair with ye. Mumma, Munyan shram. Yes, I will bet no more so. Na boys yaba, or my bet you will be crazy. That is my take on it. Patrol, Kim Paluta, sir. Kim Paluta, yeah, the official PR for Kim Paluta. Not supporting no baby. And yet, Kim Paluta, I will do be at Temple London this year. And then a wig, some many a bay phone will put any cheer. Finally, Kim Paluta desire Felix Cass and Yadian Kobe apologizing. Was who apologizing to my minute. Now, so now in the concert you're on the 30th year, a sea will Kumasi and Kofoko, you say, Pano, a Japaluta Snana, the Palanquimu, and will mark keenly apology. Who may see an apology in Kakrani, we are back who for some battle.
Paluta. And you have been seen, I'm aware disappointed in Kim Paluta. And then it's not when you know my name. I can't show when you ask Kim Paluta, you're sorry, I said you must be actually, I think so. No, the actress, showing it up from here. What's it here? I don't like it, man. Show the bad guy. It's a show the guy.
Yeah, Palusian. Yeah, that was it. Me and my Ghana metina catch and says a boy and one me pamachawa. When who indirectly no to me momidin. If so afraid indirectly wa pamacha Ghana for nya chapa ma me no kasa na wig bi no wa panacho. Ti adini nyina ya aseda. Ye da Ghana for ase. Sabo ba Paluta live in concert ewo Kumasi. Kwadwo King. Finally, pain. Yeah, apologize.
Kwadwo, I'm missing one question. Pacho, what friend I catch so yeah.
Oh, David, me one of my friends, 7% me and BB Manada. Me and me pet. Me pa no my yes, why BB so ma sa drop no. But for this particular moment, for this apology, I say real no what you are saying. Then come.
Me
apology.
Oh, then apology.
We. Before we know, they no ne Zion Felix Koye.
Also on Pacho.
So we are then.
Afi no akoda dream.
On forgetting no. Why you superstar on forgetting on konanim. You see, na you see I na tetia basabasa on face the be e tetia ni dwumadi basabasa na abekasa na eko. Bebre. Mo buy you mo sha say ya bow. O ko be say o pese o kill obi career. O wa ko di fan atem me Kwadwo King amtia no usika na o jibi. I don't give a damn but now you know a coke etia industry ni nyina because obi next time another artist ko no more that same lady no obetimi a convince nipa be for so Ghana musicians no crowd no don't go there omu muade the investors organize that show for you now who could disrespect you
no more stop in the crowd
so tina bi omu ye event who person kwan na be ko ete you so no kwan wa ko gina ayi UK ho 5 years ago now in UK ni biko eye bi mu na ko sustain sa adwuma no ho no mo abokwan na to wo say Ghanaian musicians timi ko UK ana na be do so na akodu ho no akoye nyamransam ne e ka kukukuku akobonum e dia ababe tie abedidi atama we say sinners judging sinners for how long and you think it's normal keke wo me have you but your brand any image na wo dey to abontin no already amount for starting tag we say umuade and some of the close people are with you no emu confirm nyema we nya esini nyina no na wa nyame adom wa underground so many years adom badom so amakim paluta wa benya bangers kwaso kwaya bangers wo si obi ono enipa bebre a wo perform mo what me sporty obi so obu ani ne bubu ani tia kwa address no look at cause a fin tantanya we use here on that woman no we pacho one ma obeti so because yes onyuma hate ye hu side king ye hu and how many bangers no wanya say 5 or say 6 or say 10 undu ye nyabotre ebi mu wo bangers bebre but hu side we e wo mo ho and so ye na akoka oh and all time no ye pursue gu the Ghanaians we are so I don't know Ghanaians who say obi ya den then you get some people anyhow am face so mo do ma adwini mu do adade ba ko ye o ya ade ni wie ye no hu say man for e kasa wo ho people are showing say wa anye ni yi no e de ne kasa kire wadwin and so bra ho ase now uma apology but because you think say obi ayobia I made it myself you obia na boa me eti manya bedu ho ne de me mfo obi asem nya hwe ko wanim
not sure
why are you apologizing don't apologize when you apology
or say queen mother scrap no queen mother
yes so the point is unya onyum ne be ya hate
hey producer unya o onyum no they say am na kasama no na o ke kansem gumas when say
you see one thing about fans no onyum be ya hate obi wo no mo a enyum pe no hia on care about your lifestyle intina a musician can live any reckless life be a basa but still obenya lovers but most of them so are reasonable so you have lost a lot of reasonable fans a omunim say enya nyom no nko anemu no personality no any abraba wo bo of the music no also matters the first all you who say oh me King Paluta this is me menye plastic chair it will come here make a biacho but just focus on your on my music and enjoy it. I'm telling you there are some of the people they don't just follow the music beyond the music and beyond and also be a big person because it do be anya onyom na ye show you do it because of personality no how can you get there with this attitude even the big guys no be anya be say
top was Kwadwo asamba
no so bonne de odia ye de energy no e say condemn me why a mistake and this is music industry assembly how you relate to your audience your customers very, very key. It will customer to ticket. Show no cry, see, women empowerment. You went there, you disgrace the woman. Use ni man you know the dinatem. I say asem ketwan ye kana omudi di agwaden. Ye who so that now. What are you talking about?
Hey, Kojo. And mbacho. Achem massive force so Mr.
Person will live a life like this, sir. No problem. I don't stress over back to move because there are people who will still push you. But the point is, at the end of the day, no, why should you out in kakran saro? Nani why?
Sister, 3 minutes.
Paluta, we're disappointed me kakra.
At the open us and party said me
we're disappointed me baby, right?
Right.
Because say me artist BPA, I go back to listen to their old song, and this guy is versatile.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, he's so talented. And one of the things that I said to myself, say, Obrenne Hwasia, Obeko far. Because the guy, TNE music.
Are
you serious?
I know street credibility in the sopa.
Ain't you know, me say, and one said, na ye can rema semi. Having a team that will start grooming you once you start portraying yourself to the world. Because, and yeah, maybe to say, wako show as an artist, where is your focus? Your focus is marketing and projecting yourself and your music to the world. Inti, say, what started sana, you were able to disgrace Oba. Now, wakasa just anyhow to a woman. Yes, a woman. And when the man so who we are as demigods, I'll put it in that context. Now, wait me, yes, I know. Obi wa obe so washe. That woman could be a spirit. Ebi dear, oh yeah, now also react, you know, and in a beku career. Inti, as an artist, the way you portray yourself, any actions in terms of crisis, are very, very, very important. Well, Paluta nyadie, and I feel say, Brennan Hwase, na unshia from Impenifo na have gone ahead of him now. So to me, yes, sir, a bebuano, and he would take his career far. But then, one yes, dear. Ghana for wa woni mi endada e be pejaw ya na e be pejaw enso no mu jaw mu a you know where be
sister Kasana bra be about 3 minutes your time now so
on say Kimpaluta man shoulder I kesi asen ne career and what the nam
no catch me Mr. As a PR,
I'm not a PR. You're a host here.
But what them I mean come as a munye. Oh, wo ba nyina no ye nyina ye feeling say oh what brand 15 years underground what brand and you say you were not making sensible songs, you were making amazing songs that people were jamming to, but and no run it too much my and say ye hu ni say shoda. And then I see a lot of people comparing him to Shatawale and a man is trimu de. Hey, Usha ni attitude in the forget it. Shatawale class and what they will compare now. Shatawale fan base. Ye chemu have bla who new quarter.
No, I say Shatawale the fans.
Only fans on your Shatawale on treating the fans regardless of what Shatawale does. Oh man, na beje, but the fans there. Who saw ye and the fans? And no, I said it trimunti now. Shatawale no crowd then no industry no or no babantia becania fan and Calbe who say young hono. And our Bemnia, now me share Zion Felix interview, and I realized that Kim Paluta is so sensible when he's quiet. Oh, when Kim Paluta is quiet, he sounds so sensible. It's better to be quiet. And Kawoya quite makes I interview no one granted, and I'm calling in you buy and come here sure say. But interview no crack or echo say as because first of all, communication skills and What now? Honum and penny for a woman, you not lady wig, yeah, come once a man in this. Still, all can you now know straight lady.
I'll say, your face.
One thing you need to realize the mouse your wig and fend your breast.
You can form it. Especially UK former.
Yeah, we are wiggy. Or baby, if you're not so wig, no. I find the person I was here to see, and you're a wig once, but Miss Shammy Rig, no. I said, describe it as I have by Kimpaluta canoe. Intimation from the person I was here. And man, so they are shot somewhere. I'm a nutty. And one thing you need to realize is that, lady, regardless of what the ladies said, we didn't hear.
Yeah.
Near we didn't see public reaction. Ejina ho reaction a buy and I see a young in a. And at the end of the day, what has the lady got to lose? What image has she got to protect? Wono as a public figure, who image you have a brand you needed to protect. You can't also one your plastic chair. One year plastic chair, sabi, as an artist, you need to know, say, Obi cross and your sister, Obi bet to me plenty Obi, woho, just to distract you. Now, as an artist, I would don't when nimbe say air performing. Now, would Jaya, nipa ego and nimno air yo kimpaluta, echo mo be a obu and chile, a word chile honum, a jai performance no for audience, a honum bebre benin na, to me ya Obi. Sabi the name ni niama nyina de ya no enya local platform international platform we need artist of the year kabe ya papa
one we near intwa so izio sisusre na de wo ebi beto the back no ebi beto but all the kasa what the kasa
for me when start to say Paluta as an artist is not growing.
It's not growing.
It's not growing. He's a good musician, but a body as an artist, it's not growing. You need to add emotions to what you do. You need to deliver on what you do. And you need to grow as an individual. The reason I make can't the same way now is he's a good artist. My favorite song from Paluta is one with Kwame Eugene.
Yep.
Or some nice song with Kwame Eugene. That's my favorite. Nearby, it's not something that hits me. As an artist, Oshe, typical quadrantries, all of these people, not that they don't have bad days in the craft,
but the ability to manage.
To manage all of those bad days inside the man. Asemi Akoton was UK. Unfortunately for him, organizer no here in how.
Organizer no why?
The lady who organized the whole thing.
We was
do you get it?
Event be a no I'm
wow.
The lady who organized the girls organizer no here in
wow.
I think that was the reason why that's the whole thing sparked, because the ladies in there came because
wow.
And if we should disrespect, see all of these things, you see, artists will go for an event, probably obeti obi now, so obe offend you obi, but we don't hear it as loud as this one. First and foremost, story bano o share no, second keche kano, wabre. O your breath one when you
to be able to humility there.
Charlie, say bibi tough from crowd me pa choma menfa. Because that was the story you painted to everybody. Come into your career, enjoy hits. You are here, all of a sudden, boom, you're all over, you're for UK. BBNia, just go and play the show and come back, bro. But what organize and way disrespected? A man, so now, a man,
and we do a quarter, I will say, hey, every week we do a quarter. You were grateful, say,
yes. And I started conversation. You had the first opportunity. I think people came out say, use your first opportunity to use your social media platform.
To apologize.
Uncle live crowd, you recorded video and apologize. Yes. 1 year, no. What got Zion, Felix? You see, a Janin Dumye. Who signed the drill gooms and there?
He's
human.
Yes.
He's human.
Could have been sarcastic about it.
Yeah, fan channel because it's at least upon all the arrogance.
Yes, but to me, I
one last one. Maybe you should call DJ Slim and apologize for calling him a rich smoker.
No, DJ Slim. Me deal with it.
Sally, that one we don't need you.
Madam PR, I should say, for Kim Paluta, you see, and maybe Sano, you could have even been sarcastic about it. In your performance, hey, until I don't know right? Me, I feel sad. On you soon social media platform or war and conform omutune and call the woman live and apologize. No. Yeah, friend they say in the power no. Ejuma why they say on the nipa wua. Wa just yemfa hama. Say me dia me ba betro. Oh my God. Mama, me ba betro. Will you come back when you come to Ghana? I will. Aha. It's your one here. I will. Kojo King, Medawase. Every me every while I'm there. Okay, yes. Once a while you can join us. Okay, all right. What I can do is to ask my bosses and see every me my pictures. Okay, Mate. Of it. Okay. All right. Because so Angela Anini Kunu Mr. PJ appear and then Mwa wari enya asem ketua kra o enya asem ketua face so no me listen bi me sama mo shout out for listening and asem mo hwe me na mo support me eye onazia so no ejeili ajuanya akokonto Dr. Doris Hagan Tessa Hinkra Eva Adomamafu Ajeman Dr. Esther Asantewa ana Barbara Nyameche ana Eva Inkansa munyina no ably headed by Onasia sono ejeili me pacho madam asese moshe Showtym jumedi ni ya da don ko bitesase Kenny Smooth Koja Pharmacy Tete Natural Spices and our face sono Franco Trading Enterprise Bishui Kojo Shoes na de mame ti sa dum ye na dia me nkofo nyina se yemfa nche Kim Paluta mesrewa na sa alugu ntugu ye de asi ti ya da ase